This past weekend, hundreds of thousands of people utilised one of capitalism's greatest achievements, the smartphone, to send the hashtag #ResistCapitalism trending worldwide on Twitter. Here's a sample of their idiocy.
The bourgeois and their racist, sexist capitalism must be purged. Cis white males will be the first against the wall. Hashtag resist capitalism. We have enough tech innovation and resources for everyone globally to work 4 hours a week and pursue life, art, hobbies. Hashtag resist capitalism. Your employer is stealing from you every minute you're on the job. Hashtag resist capitalism.
Dear mom's basement dwelling communists, if you actually did resist capitalism with any degree of success, the following would not exist. Twitter, the iPhone you're tweeting hashtag resist capitalism from, the internet. Seriously, resist capitalism is what trends on Twitter when 13-year-old One Direction fans try to engage in politics. Here's the truth about capitalism. It's the single greatest force in history to alleviate suffering, bring billions of people out of poverty, and create healthier, more prosperous societies and higher living standards for all. Socialists don't even know what capitalism is. They confuse capitalism with corporatism. Corporatism is the opposite of free market capitalism because it depends on collusion between well-connected large corporations and the state. Socialists constantly call for government to impose more regulations on big corporations. But big corporations actually lobby for more government regulation because they can afford the costs. Small and medium-sized companies can't afford the costs, so they go out of business. Government regulation helps big corporations strangle smaller competitors. Corporatism also ensures that big corporations get waivers from corrupt governments, so they're immune from many of those regulations anyway. Capitalism is about the free exchange of goods and services. A competitive market creates quality because businesses fail if they don't please the consumer. Corporatism is about creating artificial monopolies that drive up prices and punish the consumer. Capitalism isn't the problem. Corporatism is the problem. Socialism is toxic to a healthy society because it punishes success and rewards failure. As Winston Churchill said, socialism is the equal sharing of miseries. Socialism extorts money from the successful and gives it to the lazy.
It's 2013, that's still good, right? That's like 2 years, right? Oh my god, that's 2.5 years! Whoa, what are you doing?
Socialism disincentivizes success, meaning that businesses which make profit and create jobs, and people that actually produce and contribute to society, flee from countries that embrace socialism to those that embrace capitalism. The wealth that allows you to buy computers, smartphones, cars, go on nice holidays, and eat nice food was all created by capitalism. And we'd all be a lot wealthier and happier if it wasn't for governments, socialists, and corporatists trying to curtail free market capitalism. Look at the capitalist miracle in China. In the last 3 decades, China has lifted more people out of extreme poverty than the rest of the world combined. 680 million people have escaped poverty in China thanks to capitalism. And it's a similar situation in India. Look at the standard of living in countries that reject capitalism. Venezuela has the largest proven oil reserves in the world. Yet its socialist government struggles to even provide its people with milk, flour, and toilet paper. But over in capitalist Chile, which has virtually no natural resources, its citizens enjoy the 3rd highest living standards in all of America, beaten only by the US and Canada. Compare places like Hong Kong, which has no significant natural resources, to Cuba, which has an abundance of them. Before Castro's communism, capitalist Cuba had a per capita income higher than Spain and Portugal. After Castro's communism, Cuba became a rundown economic failure stuck in a 1950s time warp. Like Cuba, Hong Kong was under an embargo from its nearest superpower, China. Back then it was one giant shantytown. But after embracing capitalism, Hong Kong now routinely tops lists for prosperity and quality of life. Compare Stalinist North Korea with capitalist South Korea. Same people, same location in the world, same natural resources. South Korea has produced Samsung, Hyundai and LG. North Korea has produced record starvation, concentration camps for political dissidents, and a line of hereditary dictators. Anti-capitalists point to Sweden as an example of a country that embraced socialism and prospered, but that's completely wrong. Sweden only began to prosper in the mid-90s after it dumped socialism and embraced lower taxes and privatisation. People who support socialism are also far greedier than those who support capitalism. Conservatives are more likely to be pro-capitalism, while leftists are more likely to be pro-socialism. Leftists associate capitalism, and therefore its most ardent supporters, conservatives, with greed and a lack of charity. However, studies show that poorer conservatives are more generous than wealthier liberals when it comes to giving to charity. So it's actually leftists who claim to be more concerned about the poor and needy who are the most miserly when it comes to helping the poor and needy, while pro-capitalism conservatives, far from being greedy, are the most charitable. Look, capitalism is by no means perfect. There's still poverty in capitalist countries because we don't live in a utopia. We still live in a meritocracy where intelligence and hard work is rewarded with wealth. But even for those needy people who fall behind, capitalism provides a safety net via the welfare state, paid for by taxpayers as a result of wealth creation because of capitalism. America's poverty line for a family of four is $63 a day. In the poorest countries, which haven't embraced capitalism, it's $1.25 a day. So by resisting capitalism, you're actually promoting an economic system that guarantees destitution and misery for the most amount of people. You're supporting an ideology that ensures billions of people will continue to remain mired in poverty. So go back to your mom's basement, don your Che Guevara t-shirt and genuflect beneath your hammer and sickle flag. But please, don't inflict your colossally retarded hashtag on the rest of us, because you've got no idea what the hell you're talking about.